Yesterday, we found out that all the alters are dying of some brain problem.
Hey, man.
They weren't taking the news too well.
First Molly dying, and now your condition. It must be hard for you. How am I taking it? Well, I've been thinking. If Molly was the first one you created, and I was the second one, does that mean I'm next in line?
Nah, not on my watch.
No one else is dying. Not on my watch. You seem pretty confident about it. The way Molly went was just so sudden.
Oh, I can't have the technician die. I'll be so sad. I actually like this dude. This dude and the miner are my favorite still.
Yeah, me too. I thought I was the only one who missed the poor beast. Did she remind you of Mom's dreams too? Yeah. She always wanted to move to the country and settle down on a farm. She wanted to raise sheep, remember? It only came back to me after Molly went. Yeah. True, I'd forgotten about that. Dad never took those dreams seriously. And neither did we. That's an understatement. We absolutely hated them. Her annoying love of nature. Every weekend she'd go, Jan, why don't we go for a walk? See how the park has changed since last week. Looking back, I wish I'd said yes more often. Yeah. Our idea of a perfect day was to stay in our room all day.
It's definitely not sunny outside right now.
Eventually. Oh no. Now, she gave up on us, but she never let go of her sanctuary. Sanctuary? What do you mean? In the park? The bench? Yeah. She couldn't have a house in the country, so she found herself a hideout in the city. Her favorite bench. She revealed her little secret to me years later. You're telling me she never took you there?
No, I left.
Oh. Right. I guess that's because it was after Dad moved out. You were gone by that time. You should take me there one day. When we get back. I'd love to see it. Don't do that. I'm not a kid.
Aww.
I know I'm never coming back.
Yeah, you are, man.
All I can do is imagine I'm sitting there.
No, we found
trees
trees.
with her again. This place here makes you forget what trees even look like. And after she passed, I went to sit on that bench on my own. Every time I was down, I went there. It comforted me. I guess I could really use a place like that now.
Hello, Lucas.
What took you so long?
Man, finally. I was trying to reach you for days, but I was getting some crazy distortions. I had to reprogram the frequency. What the hell is going on out there? Is the base safe?
No, it's not. We stopped again, in the middle of a great big canyon this time. There's a massive gravity field distortion in front of us.
Gravity distortion, shit. That would explain why I couldn't get through to you for so long. This is not good news, Jan.
Yeah, we're aware.
You need to find a way to neutralize it. Have you managed to collect any data?
Not yet.
Not good. I'm sure your base has some blueprints for a gravity sensor. You need to collect as much data as you can and run it through your research lab. Don't give up, Jan. There has to be a solution. Anything else I should know about?
Yeah, we're dying.
Actually, yeah. The sheep I had to create to test Rapidium, she died suddenly.
Okay. I'm
What an arsehole, he doesn't
sorry
care.
for your loss.
Oh, that's not the point. Our scientists opened her up. She suffered from a mysterious brain mutation. And the alters, it seems they're affected by it too. All of them.
Shit, Jan. I don't know what to say.
Yeah,
What about you?
I'm fine. It's just them.
Oh.
Yeah. Rubidium. Not so great after all.
Yeah, I guess it couldn't be perfect. Nothing is. Not in this world. Still, we can't give up, Jan. Not yet. Maybe there's a cure. A method to undo this side effect. Tell me, do you know anything more about this condition?
I have MRI scans of the whole crew, and Molly's autopsy report.
Wow. You've been busy.
Yeah, we
Send
have.
him over. I need to take this to Maxwell at once.
Maxwell. You never told me he was the brain behind the branching procedure. What exactly are the two of you up to?
Up to? Who do you think we are, Jan? Some scheming comic book masterminds? I never said anything about Maxwell's research because I don't want him to get into trouble. He must trust you a lot if he told you all about it. Or maybe he's simply so excited about what you've done, what it could mean for him, that he stopped caring about exposing himself.
Sus.
I don't like this secrecy. I'd really prefer it if the corporation was on the same page as Maxwell here.
I don't think you would, Jan. If you knew more about how they treated him. He was on the brink of a real revolution in cognitive science, but he made a mistake. He let the bureaucratic machine take over and undermine our efforts. We were just a step away from getting it right when they closed Project Ela down.
We?
Yeah. I was in it too. That's why I followed him when he was transferred to mining ops.
So, you think Maxwell could find a cure for my alters?
I don't know. But what you're doing is a continuation of his life's work. You can be sure he'll do everything to help you.
I actually
I'll talk
believe
to
them
him
on that.
at once and relay your findings to him. We'll see what he thinks.
Okay.
In the meantime, you should focus on clearing your route.
Yeah,
out
I've
of
been
that
trying.
canyon. Neutralizing that gravity distortion might take some time and resources.
Roger that.
And we spent the next few days working really hard to try and find a cure for the alters and to try and figure out how we can fix this distortion so we can get the base moving. But each time the miner was coming back to base a little bit later than us, and he was getting really bad radiation burns.
I notice your return late to the base. You know that radiation at this time can be extremely dangerous for you. Ah, you noticed. Yeah, I did stay out a little longer. But I squeezed so much more out of that outpost. And we really need it now. And I do feel kinda nauseated, but a small dose of radiation ain't nothing we can't neutralize overnight.
Yeah,
I don't think
kill
you should go
yourself,
on
my
like
guy.
this. Why not? You need me, and I want to make myself useful. So stop being so goddamn noble and take advantage of it like a proper boss.
And it wasn't just me that was worried about the miner.
Hey, you wanted to talk? Yeah, it's about the miner. I've been watching him and I don't like what I'm seeing. He keeps coming back late, doesn't rest properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it worries me too. But it seems like this is how he wants it. Not much I can do to stop him. Not great. I mean, I know the radiation can be handled from a medical point of view, but I just don't think it's right for a person to be exploited like that.
I'm not exploiting. I literally told him not to do it.
Why he's okay with it. I think it's just his way of expressing gratitude for becoming a fully capable team member again. If he wants to face the radiation and work harder, why stop him? 'Cause you're his boss. You should be protecting him. And those regulations were put in place for a reason.
If this guy carries on, I'm going to put on
Miner's
crunch
clearly
hours.
trying to prove something he's insecure about, and you're taking advantage of that. Well, what do you want me to do about it? See, this is exactly why the unions were adamant about a mental health specialist on board every mission. The miner clearly needs therapy. And I know it sounds crazy, but maybe expanding the crew in that direction could benefit all of us.
Good idea.
That's not such a bad idea.
Oh, we
It's
can get a
just that-
therapist.
Won't going back to all that bad shit in his life bring him down and make him lose that new zest he just acquired? You're worried he's going to be less productive.
I mean, yeah, we need to
might
not
be right.
die.
But maybe that's exactly what he needs. To like himself the way he is, even if no one awards him a medal for it.
Now, the scientists had worked out how to build some form of gravity sensor that we could throw down a really high point in the canyon and it would do a scan and figure out what this anomaly was and maybe figure out how we could fix it so we could get the base moving. So we climbed all the way to the top of the canyon, fighting a few little anomalies on the way, and we placed it at the top. Hello, mate.
So, did you get any interesting readings from the gravity sensor? Yes, fascinating stuff. The gravity field distortion forms a remarkable pattern. It's not like any of the other distortions we've encountered.
Yes, how do we proceed?
So, how do we proceed? Well, it looks like we have no other way but to destroy this extraordinary phenomenon. Are you serious? How am I supposed to use the illuminator on that? No, the illuminator won't help us here. We'll need to create a counterforce that will neutralize the gravity field. It will have to be very powerful and extremely precise. I'll need some time to make the calculations. One mistake, and this whole thing can go dangerously wrong. I can't even imagine you making a mistake. Yes, well, you've clearly forgotten our exam in algebraic topology.
What the fuck is algebraic
I have,
topology?
yeah. Yeah, we lost a whole 10 points just because of one stupid miscalculation. It haunts me to this day. Still, nice to have your trust. Just give me the time to study this case properly, and I'm sure it'll be fine.
This exploration vehicle.
Now to build these
So this is where he landed.
neutralizing towers, we had to research them first and build up some resources so that we could actually create them, and it was just going to take a bit of time. So I did a bit of exploring to see if I could find any other places to do a bit more efficient farming, and that's where we found a random vehicle that was crashed and looked like someone was repairing it.
I noticed some tools lying around the tour vehicle. Looks like someone's been tinkering with it. Wasn't you, by any chance?
So what if it was? I need to stay sane somehow.
Damn, we could use you working on here there,
Holding
you
a
Ellie.
heavy-duty screwdriver in my hand calms me down. Even if I know driving that screw in won't change anything.
So I spent the next couple of days getting some more drills down and just farming a bit more, waiting for the scientists to research these neutralizing towers. Hello, my guy.
So, have you finished your calculations? Do you know how we can get the gravity field back to normal? Yes, the design is ready. Our counterforce will have to come from several sources. 2 neutralizing towers, one per each side of the canyon to cover the whole affected area.
Okay.
It will be an effort to build them, but if operated correctly, they should do the trick and give us safe passage through. Man, we'll need to push like crazy to pull this off before the sun comes up. Right. And that's not the half of it. Once you set up the towers, they will need to be operated simultaneously. So, we'll need to send 4 people up there at the same time. Oh. Yeah. Better shape up your crew if we're gonna do this.
Now, earlier on, we'd asked Lucas to do a bit of digging into Ben,
Lucas,
the refiner's
any news?
boyfriend, just to see if he
Yeah.
existed in this world as well.
Good news, actually. I managed to get into the candidate database. Your guy does exist.
Seriously? Wow.
And you were right. We have him on the list.
No shit.
That's so weird.
Yeah, this is very fresh. His application's still waiting to be processed, but I bet he's got a decent chance. Works on an offshore rig, which would make him qualified to work as a refinery operator.
Man, that's just incredible.
Want to tell me more about why it's so incredible?
The refiner, my alter, he predicted this. He knew this guy. They were in love. And he knew him so well, he was sure Ben would apply for a Dolly mission.
That's
Even
so
though
bizarre.
he wasn't sure, I wasn't sure. He existed anywhere outside his mind.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, what are you planning to do with this information? Will you tell this alter of yours that his boyfriend is actually out there?
Could give him motivation to work a bit harder.
Well, I feel that I should tell him. He really wants to know.
Look, I don't know, Jan. I'm not sure you want to get this guy's hopes up.
What do you mean?
I mean, we don't know what's gonna happen to your alters, right? Even if they survive, we all want the best for them, but imagine your alter ego finding this guy back on Earth and what? Marrying him? It could be a dangerous precedent, don't you think?
Oh yeah, that is weird. Like going into a relationship based like
Oh, this is complicated.
more knowledge than the other person.
Yeah. Well, you know him better than me. He'll figure out what to do. My job is done here.
Yeah. Thanks, Lucas. I owe you one.
Don't mention it. Just keep it up with the Rapidium, and we're even.
Hello?
Jan, Maxwell here.
Oh, it's good to hear you. Things are getting more and more tense in here.
Yeah, I know. Lucas told me everything. I set to work at once analyzing the data you sent.
Good lad.
I won't lie to you. This condition you discovered is something never seen before. I can confirm what you probably already suspect. It is highly probable that it is induced by accelerated brain tissue development which your alters have undergone. I am very sorry this has happened, but nobody could have predicted it. As I've said
I
before,
mean, you could
you're a
literally
pioneer,
Dolly the
Jan.
sheep,
Unexpected
and that was a
setbacks
different thing,
come with
wasn't it?
the
It's because
job.
she was cloned, and the DNA was like already old because she was cloned from an adult or something.
Being a builder is my job.
It's the job you signed up for. But it's not who you are anymore, is it? Not just who you are. You've crossed the threshold, and now, I suppose, well, you have to face the trial.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Your heart's in it. That's good. But you'll also need an open mind, because the solution I would like to propose may be a little unsettling.
What would I have to do?
Prepare a treatment based on biological material from a healthy donor.
Donor of what exactly?
Brain cells.
You're gonna have to get brain surgery.
Great. I volunteer.
That's generous of you, but you can't donate brain tissue.
What? Why not? I'm the only one who's not affected.
Because it would kill you. It's not blood samples we're talking about, but a significant amount of brain tissue from the cortex.
It's worth it to say, like, to
How
save
do
the
you want me to
technician
get
and the
it?
miner.
There is only one solution. You have rapidium, Jan.
I can grow another
You have the
brain.
womb. All you need to do is create a copy of your body, but without applying the branching procedure. By leaving its mind records blank, you will create a being with no awareness, no feelings, no thoughts. A biological vessel, if you will. A tabula rasa.
I mean, it's better than dying, right?
That doesn't sound very nice. But I guess it could work.
It has to work. Just follow the instructions I send you, and you can cure your alters with healthy brain tissue very effectively.
Wait, but if rapidium-induced growth causes this, won't he get sick as well?
It shouldn't. Not if it stays fully sedated.
Like how it's
See,
enunciating
the
the it.
mutation occurs in the part of the brain responsible for cognitive functions, thinking, learning, remembering. So as long as the vessel's cortex stays inactive, it will remain a clean slate, and its brain tissue will be safe to use.
So, tabula rasa is doomed to die.
Oh, I see what worries you. The possible existence of the human factor some people call the soul. Personally, I prefer the word used by Avicenna, essence. You see, Avicenna made a distinction between essence and existence, which he thought was the domain of the accidental, or, as you would put it, the choices that shape us. Essence, on the other hand, is that core of a being which endures, regardless of any circumstances. For Avicenna, essence proved that there was a God who created us. For me, it's a whole new field of study. Just think about it. What if we looked at this essence just like we look at any other
It's really
aspect
cool
of a
how this
human
game
being?
pulls up,
Its
like,
body, mind, emotions, something
really
that can be scientifically
not obscure, but
observed, trained.
not the typical
and
references you think, like Avicenna. And like,
Isn't that exactly
I can't remember who it
what you were
was. They
doing
used a
with your alters,
French
John?
writer early on in the game, and it's really cool.
I'm not experimenting on them. I'm surviving.
Then carry on doing it. All I'm suggesting is that you look at this empty altar's essence in the same way a sculptor looks at a stone that is too brittle to carve in. There's no logical reason to fear dismissing it. Lucas and I went back to our old research to recreate a piece of code we once discarded. One that allowed for a much more flexible approach to erasing human memories. It can serve you to increase the capabilities of the quantum computer and create a tabula rasa version of yourself.
Upgrade the quantum computer. With the use of your banned research, but what about Ally Corp? What about the consequences for me when they find out about all the rules I've broken? A simple builder? I mean, creating my altars is one thing, but this... I could get accused of much bigger violations.
It's worth it to keep him
Can I
alive.
trust you, Jan?
Yes.
That depends. If I can trust you.
I'm putting a lot at stake for you. Of course you can trust me. Ally Corp doesn't have to know anything. Whatever happens from now on can stay strictly between you and me. I told you that I'd do anything to protect your mission, and I wasn't joking. Follow my instructions, and I'll take care of everything else.
Ally Corp has a big medical department. My ex-wife works there. Are you sure we shouldn't turn to them for help instead of harvesting this biological vessel against the law?
You managed to keep both your wife and her employers at arm's length for so long, and I can only repeat that it was the
I mean, the
wisest
wife hasn't
decision.
called us since, so, you know.
You need to believe me, it really isn't in your interest. Or the interest of your alters for them to find out. We can do this. Are you with me?
I am kind of with him.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll trust
I
you.
feel like I'm still being
Thank
used,
you.
but might be
Let
worth
me
it for
make
now.
one thing clear. My goal isn't to undermine Ally Corp's operations. It's not resentment that drives me. Yes, my career was broken because of their short-sightedness, but I'm not seeking revenge. I just believe that I have a much deeper understanding of the full potential of your mission and the means to execute this potential. All they could ever do is take the rupidium you've found and use it to boost the prices of their shares. I mean, sure, maybe a few hungry people would benefit as a side effect, but it would all be temporary, insignificant, an opportunity lost. So, no, I'm not against them. But I know that by withholding some information from them, we can achieve so much more. And I'm relieved you feel the same way. Keep me posted on your progress.
And with that, that's where I'll end it today. We now knew what we needed to do to cure the altars, but we'll see what we do next time. Thank you all for watching, and remember to like and subscribe.